How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Primates Podcast. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing. It's kind of a test run, just to see if we can get the ball rolling on it.
You're not that guy, pal.
You're not that guy. Well, we'll be doing introductions today, like who we are, what we're about, why you should be listening to a bunch of 20-something-year-old jackoffs.
You should not.
You really shouldn't, but...
Dude, turn that shit off, bro.
I'm known to everybody as Majin Blue or Majin Fu. Next guy, this Romanian bastard that I love so much. What's your name, bro?
Yeah, what's up, bro? My name's Song.
Song of Ice.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And they call me Musashi, I guess, or the French Canadian, something like that.
The Quebecois man, bro.
The Quebec man.
So
you heard the man.
So a little bit like they'll get into like how they met because they met first. I came in like fucking way later than they met. So how did you guys meet, man? What's the story? What's the origin story?
It was like late 2018, like in August, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, when most server.
Yeah, when it became public. Yeah, I met him in the server and we like bonded over like anime and obviously. I'm pretty sure we like over JoJo's, Paranoia Agents.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
It was really like a smaller group type of server and whatnot. So like it was like me, you, Mo, and like a couple other people just talking here. Yeah. And yeah, we bonded over all anime and shit like that.
Do you guys remember your first conversation? Or like how you guys started talking?
I don't, but I'm pretty sure it was over like food because I was like asking what everyone does, right? And Musashi was like, "Oh, I'm a chef, right?" I think we just started talking about food or something. At least that's what I remember.
It might have been something like that, yeah. I do remember like at first, there was not like it was not a ongoing convo like every minute like it is today, but it was like we used to chat a little bit and say retarded shit, and then
yeah.
That's crazy.
Then it was
there's some crazy stories from that era. Some really embarrassing ones as well.
Was there ever a time where like you two like thought to yourselves like, wow, I don't like this jerk off at all. Like, who's this asshole?
Possibly. I used to be a dick, bro. Late 2018, I used to be a dick. I think everyone hated me in that server.
Me and Song used to argue a lot back in the days.
Yeah, we used to argue for like 4 or 5 hours. And it was just like walls of text, like literally walls of text.
Literally, and in main chat, like we would go like paragraph after paragraph.
It got to the point where like when we started like arguing, and it's been like 2-3 minutes since we were typing, everyone was like, "Oh, they're going at it again. Oh, it's happening again."
And then we just jump in.
Yeah, and it was paragraph after paragraph for like 2 hours straight. Over the craziest thing is that it's over the dumbest shit ever as well.
Yeah, it was like, oh, you called JoJo trash? Oh, let me write you some paragraphs now.
It wasn't even like it would be sometimes it would be over like over the trivial like most non-important stuff like, oh, I don't like his hair or something, and then we would drop paragraphs on why he likes his hair and why I don't like his hair. Call each other retarded like a few times, and that would be it for like 2 hours.
A couple of master debaters, bro.
Yeah, masturbators, yes sir.
Oh yeah, that's the one we were going with. Well, yeah, you guys do like to argue because, like, well, I guess getting into how I met you two, it was a whole 2 years later. I joined in, like, I think May of 2020. I can't remember. But I just remember, like, subbing to Mo's Patreon because I thought it was pretty funny at the time. Mo Gaming, for those of you who don't know, but, I mean...
Oh, yeah, we haven't even said who Mo is, huh?
Mo Gaming, YouTuber, YouTuber, but he plays Storm every, like, fucking day of his life. I don't think he's ever stopped playing Storm. If anybody hears this, please get that man some help.
Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers.
Oh yeah, me and Mo used to play that shit with Danny.
Yeah, back in the day, I remember.
Yeah, I remember I bought like an Xbox One at first when I joined the server, like so I could play with Mo. And then like this is the
Right.
first game we played together, like Shinobi Striker. We played that thing for like 2 months, like almost every day. That was kind of trash, but it was a fun game to play with some friends.
But yeah, he is the reason we all met. So shout out to Mo. Get a better schedule. Start streaming on Twitch. Do something with your life,
True,
man.
true.
I need those Mo fucking streams, dude. I fucking need them.
Yeah, we've been waiting for those forever, bro.
Yes, so I'm pretty sure it's because of his internet, because he's in like his internet is pretty garbage. I think that's why he's not streaming yet.
That doo-doo Wi-Fi, dude.
Yeah, I don't remember though. I'm pretty sure that's why though.
But yeah.
So yeah, it's going back to how we met with Chimachin.
Yeah. So after that little bit of a exposition, so I subbed to his Patreon and I joined, and it was during an era of that server where it was nothing but just getting on the asses of people who just joined, like completely shitting on their taste, completely shitting on everything they stood for.
We used to be actual dicks, dude.
Yeah,
like if someone joined, we would be like on the most elitist type of shit, like, oh, drop your top 5, and then it would get like scrutinized and dissected.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, imagine literally joining in the middle of all this cesspool of just calling.
He joined in a weird era because we were transferring from that to an arc that I think we all wish to like forget.
Yeah, it was, so I joined. I started talking to a couple of people like here and there. It's like I started talking to.
I think me and you bonded really fast because rest in peace to the fucking venting channel. There used to be a venting channel in Moses.
Yeah, that's
right. And Majin was in there, and
I was going.
He dropped some stuff. Yeah, he was going through some shit in like his relationship, and he dropped it. And then I started bonding with him over it. Like I tried to help him, blah blah blah. And from there, we literally became like best friends. We were like VCing every night. Yeah. We started talking.
Yeah, I remember now. Yeah, so I started talking to like some people here and there, like Rano, our like friend Rano. Yeah. We don't talk to him anymore, but Flair too. And then like one day I just hopped in the venting channel because I was going through some relationship shit, and I had just broken up with like a pretty. Like she was pretty toxic, man. Like it was like I won't go too into detail, but let's just say I went through some shit, bro. I felt like a piece of meat, bro. All she wanted was dick. I just wanted to love her. Anyway, so I vented.
That is deep.
Yeah, bro. Song and I started talking a lot. We started bonding over like our tastes. Like we had a lot of common interests, even though like
I remember because the thing that surprised me most about Majin is because he had like a Dragon Ball profile picture, and when he said he likes like Trigun and all this other like good classic shows, I was like, oh damn, he's not only a Dragon fan.
No, right? That was something kind of rare at that point because everybody that would join would be like, I mean, not just at that point. Like most of the time, people that join would be big shonen heads, or people that like more shonens, I should say.
Oh yeah, don't get me wrong. I'm a fucking shonen ape sometimes. Like I can, even if it's bad shonen, I'll watch it just to satiate my like crave for like watching a mindless fight.
You know how it is, man. You like the finer wines, but sometimes you like drink a beer. It's completely fine, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you could go from like finer taste, like filet mignon, to a pork chop, you know.
Exactly.
So,
it's all in moderation, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for real. So yeah, Song and I bonded over our taste, and he was pretty surprised that I still surprise him to this day. By the way, there's some things that I say and I enjoy that he's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then Musashi,
you put me on a good series recently, Devil May Cry. I heard about it before, but I haven't played the games until like our whole like fan group went through like a phase of playing Devil May Cry recently, and it was all because of Majin and another friend of ours said they literally put all of us on Devil May Cry, and we all fucking loved the shit out of it.
Yeah, it made me super happy, by the way. Seth and I were really happy that everybody loved Devil May Cry. Whoever's listening to this, I don't know who's gonna end up listening to this. Play Devil May Cry. I don't care. One of the greatest games.
Shit, man, it made me really happy playing through it because it's a great series, especially Devil May Cry 5. Like they fucking snap. They snap.
And then Musashi and I Well, to be honest, I can't really
Oh,
remember. 'Cause-
one second. Is that Musashi needs to play Devil May Cry 5, you know? He literally played all the games besides
True.
5.
He needs to play 5.
Yeah.
Play 5. You'll love
Like,
it.
Like I played the games a while ago. Like I was
He's
younger.
like one
like,
of those
I didn't
OGs. He
So-
played Devil May Cry 4 when he was like in like middle school, high school.
Yeah, not for real. Like I used to play a lot of like beat 'em all and beat 'em up and like games that you just mash buttons and shit. But I got tired of
Right.
them. So I kind of like when Devil May Cry like came out, like the fake Devil May Cry.
Oh,
I kind of
DMC.
Oh yeah, we don't
Yeah.
talk about that
We
one.
don't talk about that one.
kind of stopped
Don't
like,
say.
taking interest for Devil May Cry for some reason. So I didn't play 5 after.
Yeah,
But I should go back to it. 'cause-
it's really weird because Devil May Cry is probably like the only series that comes to my mind right now that like came back from a reboot. That's really
Oh, yeah,
rare in
definitely.
gaming.
Like, Hideaki Itsuno is a absolute fucking genius.
Yeah.
God bless that man, bro.
God,
But yeah, I mean Musashi. If you want to
God,
look at
praying for DMC 6, by the way.
if you want to look at it from a different perspective, like Devil May Cry, because I don't know if you got really deep into like the combat, but if you want to look at it from like a perspective where
Technical?
like Devil May Cry gets super technical and it'll literally help you develop fighting game tech. It's all about timing and frames, dude.
Like there's definitely like a lot of I guess fighting game skills that you can like carry over into Devil May Cry and vice versa.
Yeah, it's amazing. Like Devil May Cry helped me
I'm
develop
not,
a lot of fighting
I'm
game
never
tech.
like that big into fighting games. I played them occasionally, but very casually. I'm not really like, oh, I'm gonna grind the fuck out of this, you know? I'm really casual about fighting games, but I got fucking deep into Devil May Cry's combat. Like, playing stylishly in that game, especially Devil May Cry 5, is some of the most satisfying, like, thing in out of gaming. I don't care.
Probably, but like for me, like when I played Devil May Cry back in the days, like I didn't care that much about that, like about skill or anything. I was just like,
You were just
beating
smashing.
demons
Yeah.
and shit, yeah.
Beating cool demons with cool pizza, man.
Yeah, wacky woo pizza man adventures.
Yeah, for real.
Pretty
But,
much.
yeah, like I well, going on from this tangent. By the way, play Devil May Cry. Musashi and I started talking. I don't even remember. I think we just started having conversations here and there, and like he picked up on when I dropped my top 5 because that was the thing. We used to drop our top 5s. Like they used to force people to drop their top 5 anime or.
Don't put it like that. We didn't force anyone. We were like, hey, what's your top 5? Welcome to the
They
server,
wouldn't
right?
force anybody. They would ask like, yo, like,
Yeah,
welcome to the server.
You getting bad. It wasn't like that.
My bad. But yeah, they'll be like, hey, yo, drop your top 5. So I dropped my top 5. My top 5 changes a lot, by the way. It's like I can never make a definitive like absolute.
Honestly, we can get into like some of our favorite like games, anime
Yeah.
after this.
But yeah, Musashi and I started talking like here and there, like every so often. I used to just like, cause he was a moderator, so I used to ping him and bother him. Just be like, it was good, nigga.
Yeah, like when the first time I saw your top 5, it like intrigued me a little bit because you had like GTO in it, which is one of my favorites too.
Oh yeah, I remember. I think it was Trigun, GTO, and
Yeah.
there was one more I remember that like clicked with me instantly.
Gintama, what are you guys doing?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Gintama, what the fuck?
Gintama
Like,
was
We're
right.
like all
Really my
three
favorite
biggest
anime
Gintama
of all.
heads.
Yeah, big time. Gintama was something we bonded over a lot. And then
Yeah.
I think Musashi and I like spoke a couple times in VC. He wouldn't talk much sometimes. He would just join, listen to the chaos.
This was actually
yeah.
like be joining VC at work sometimes, so you can't really speak.
So
Yeah, I just joined BC because I see everybody in it, so I'm like, I'm at work, but I can't talk, but I want to listen still.
Right.
yeah, believe it or not, listening helps time go like so much faster.
Oh God,
That's why
I know what you mean.
I like
Sometimes you
listening.
feel like you're missing out on like conversations and shit when you be at work. You
Yeah,
know?
true. You miss out on.
Oh,
like,
that happened so many times to me, especially like this past like 2 months where I've been really busy with work.
Yeah.
I literally missed on so much shit.
Most definitely, but it wasn't until like a couple months ago that Musashi and I like started talking quite a bit in VC, and we had like a newfound chemistry where we could talk for like literally 5 hours and never have like weird moments of silence, like just
Oh,
constant
yeah.
conversation, like it
I would-
never stops.
Really, just organic conversations. like that don't stop. We can just talk over and over, and like there's no
We
awkward
just have like
moment.
a lot of things in common as all of us, like personality wise, like what we did in life wise.
Yeah, we're all pretty similar. Like,
Yeah.
but like Masashi and I had like Song and I have that chemistry as well. But like Song's been pretty busy with work and like so Masashi.
Honestly, it works like in a triangle like situation. We all like connect with each other.
Yeah, like we can make conversation forever, man, and it'll literally be the most organic. It does not seem forced. It doesn't seem like it just happened. Like earlier, like when we went on that tangent about Devil May Cry, that's not scripted.
Yeah,
it just
nothing
happened.
is really scripted. It sounds like the introduction part. We literally just say, "Oh, we're gonna introduce ourselves," and then see where it goes.
Right.
And it turned into like a pretty like fruitful conversation, I would say.
Yeah, and stuff. It's productive, and it's not like sometimes we'll talk about some really ignorant stuff, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah. A good example that we did recently was about moles under or like women's breasts.
Oh right, yeah, literally out of nowhere.
Oh, that was something.
We talked for like about half an hour about like how moles, like in general, just like can enhance a woman's beauty. It was insane.
Oh yeah, especially like I was talking specifically under like the eye and like on the breast, because we all like play this game called Fate Grand Order. It's a part of a bigger franchise. Not gonna get into it. I was playing the game. It was like 5 in the morning, and I was upgrading a character in that game. And every time the characters upgrade, they get like a new portrait, and they're called extensions and clothes, whatever. And I noticed that one of those characters has like a mole on her breast, and I was like, "Oh shit, this makes her so much hotter." So I told everyone in chat, and then Maji was like, "I don't see the vision, man. It's not that hot." And then I got into like a quote unquote argument with him over it, and he switched his whole perception of moles after that.
It was insane because I understand that moles under the eye and stuff like that, but the mole on the breast was the one that was like, oh, I don't know, man.
What made you change your mind was a picture of Selena Gomez. I remember this.
It wasn't exactly Selena Gomez. It was just I needed like a real life point of reference.
Yeah, right.
And I was just like, well, Selena Gomez happens to have a mole there, so hey, it works.
We'll say that.
Yeah, we figured that one out. But I guess yeah. So that's how we all met. That's how we all started talking. And lo and behold, we figured that this organic conversation might make for a good podcast, might not. That's what we're going through the motions right now, seeing if we can get it going. But
yeah, it's very much like a prototype right now, like a pilot episode, if you will.
yeah, call it episode 0 of the Primate Podcast.
Yeah, for sure.
We don't even know if that's the perfect
Primates,
name.
yeah, it sounds really weird. It's just something we came up like literally 2 minutes before starting this.
Yeah, literally. So, I guess we could start getting into like our tastes and like anime and different forms of media.
I want to start. Yeah, you want to start with anime, I guess.
Yeah, we start with anime, dude. Like, of course, like that's the one. That's like the main
Yeah,
one.
it's the big one. It's a big one for sure.
Anime.
Who wants to go first?
French man.
I mean, anime, like, with me, is simple. It can be whatever. I don't mind any genre. It just has to be good. I know it sounds pretentious, but, you know, it is how it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it has to be good. It doesn't matter if it's a sports, if it's a show, if it's a shoujo.
Yeah, I feel I'm kind of the same. I'm like in the same basket. Like I don't. It doesn't matter what genre it is. I just like if it's well written, if it has like a lovable cast, like good atmosphere to it, good themes, messages. If it makes me feel good as well written, I'll like anything, dude.
Pretty much. If I have a favorite genre, yeah, for sure. That would be like psychological. Like that's pretty much what hooked me into anime. To be honest.
Yeah, for me, it's like psychological mystery. Even like maybe even comedy. But there's comedy like too, yeah. It's like there's some select ones in comedy that I really like Gintama, Asobi, fucking Grand Blue. You know, and there's like some specific ones I like.
Yeah, I remember like when I started watching what was it, like Ergo Proxy and Psychopath?
Oh yeah,
and
sure.
like Steins Gate, you know, like those are kind of animes that really get me hooked. Like I was binging like all of them episodes in one go, like, not sleeping. So
yeah, exactly. I remember when I could binge like a whole 24, like 2 core anime in a single day, like no sleep, no nothing. And I could still like I could like watch I almost binged all Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood in like one sitting. I used to be like on Demon Time back in the day.
For me, like, I don't know, like, well, I got in, like, I guess a little bit of background on that is like, I don't know, like, for me, anime is just like, I'll watch whatever the fuck entertains me. Like, it doesn't, like, I'm not to the point where I'm just like, it has to be absolutely good, because I've watched some horribly written shows, but if it entertains my monkey brain, then I'll go ahead and watch it. I won't fucking go around trying to preach that.
Of course. Yeah. There's some shows that, like, I guess they're called guilty pleasure shows, if you will.
Of course. Like Fire Force. The only reason I like it is because of the art style. Because it's made. I forget the name of the author, but the guy who did Soul Eater. Like, I just like that like horror cartoony art style. Like, I just, it's something that I watch, but I'm not gonna preach gospel that it's amazing or anything like that. Yeah, I'm gonna let people
I'm the same way, but I'm not really that big into like what do you call it? Not that big into like actual fighting shows that are like guilty pleasures for me, because I'm not that big into action. Like, it's not that important to me. Of course, I like some good fucking action, like DSUI in the visual novel. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah.
But like guilty pleasure anime for me is like, I don't know, High School DxD, fucking Monster Musume, Kimi no Irumachi, To Love Ru, like, that kind of shit. Like the ecchi stuff, fucking Prison School.
Oh, dude, Prison School. Yeah, but like that's how it is for me. Like, I'll just, like, it's like whatever. Because I mean, well, it's kind of funny because like I started anime. Literally, my first anime that I can recall was watching the 1997 series of Berserk. Because my uncle was, like, I was watching, like, I mean, I don't call Dragon Ball my first anime just because everybody watches it, but like my first anime was Berserk. My uncle was like, yo, you want to watch something fucked up? And like 7-year-old me was like, fuck yeah. Like, let's go watch it.
By the way, a little side note, just want to like say happy birthday to Kentaro Miura, like one of the greatest fucking mangakas ever. Like a huge influence on not only the manga industry, but like media in general.
Yeah, that man.
It's his birthday, like today.
Yeah, well, it's his birthday.
July 11th. Today. Yeah.
Happy birthday to Kentaro Miura.
Happy
rest
birthday.
in peace, man. You really, you made a story.
He changed everyone's lives.
Yeah, I do not care whether or not your story gets finished by your apprentices. Like, your story as it is just amazing. You wrote something so masterful, man. Like, I remember, like, when my uncle started up that first episode, like watching Guts, the first episode showing off part of the Black Swordsman arc, like that was just like so amazing. Guts killing an apostle, just everything about it was just so cool. All the coldness, like his whole demeanor, like everything about it was just so cool, and I was instantly hooked from start to finish.
I was really hooked because he handled a really overpowered protagonist in a really good way. Like, overpowered protagonists can get out of hand, but he never let it get out of hand. Like, he always kept him in check, and he knew how to like deliver on that, I guess, trope, if you will.
Yeah, because even though he was,
but he's like this is like one of their original overpowered protagonists.
Like, he was overpowered, but like there was a struggle to it in a very legit.
Oh yeah, obviously, like, it really fits into his like character arc because he struggled.
Yeah, a lot.
He fucking struggled.
Shout out Berserk. That was probably the first anime I started with, and I got into other things. Like,
I had a unique like experience with Berserk because I never like peeped the anime. I heard of OSTs, but when I got into Berserk like all those years ago, I started with the manga, and I was like hooked from chapter 1.
Oh, dude, nice.
Yeah, me too. Me, it was more of a manga thing. I never watched the original anime. I did watch the horrendous,
2016.
2016. Yeah, I'm sure the 3D thing.
The 3 movies. Yeah, that's 2012. I'm pretty sure the 3 movies.
No, not the 3 movies. The CGI, the 3D.
Okay. That's the terrible 2016 one.
Yeah. So like,
you hate yourself. You hate yourself.
Oh no. I give it a chance, like I already knew what Berserk was, so I was like, okay, so there's another anime that's coming out, and it better be better than what it already came out, and lo and behold, no, it's not at all.
Yeah, it was a terrible fucking anime. It wasn't even only the animation, the way they adapted the story too, it's pretty fucking bad.
There was a lot of cuts, a lot of important scenes, a lot of impactful like I guess. Well, I mean, it's
Honestly,
hard to translate. The
for
thing with,
me, yeah, go ahead.
oh my bad, man. But
No, you fine, you fine.
the thing with the anime adaptations is that you can't like it's so hard to capture the spreads that Kentaro Miura put down on paper.
Oh yeah, he. You don't see the stuff he does anymore in like today's manga industry. You don't see that shit anymore.
Yeah, and then to
Like
translate that to anime
it's
is just
so.
so like
He's a master of his craft.
yeah. So it's
Oh yeah, you can't really translate all this like line work into.
Oh
anime.
yeah, his like line and pen work is unmatched.
yeah, because like
Phenomenal.
it's like with him it's like he had so much detail in his pages. There was so much like intricate line work and stuff like that usually he never really left much white on the page. But the difference between someone like Kentaro and Oda,
Right.
who hates white.
Yeah, you might want to tread carefully because Musashi's gonna get on your ass.
Like, like give me a chance, Musashi. Like in some of Oda's spreads, especially for Wano, like all of his other work has been so phenomenal. Like
It's
credits to Oda. It's just that Wano has become like chaotic as hell sometimes. Like sometimes I really don't know what I'm looking at, Musashi. You can't tell me that I'm wrong.
There's definitely some spreads in Wano that like give me a headache to like figure out exactly because he doesn't. I guess the way to say it is that his pages don't have enough room to read. There's no fluidity between
they're really close
illustrations.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie with that. Like, that's not even only Wano. Yes, Wano it happened a lot, but it happened before too. Like,
definitely happened before.
Yeah,
I guess in Wano it's most prominent because it happens so much. Because he literally is dropping like I don't know how many spreads every chapter.
Like I look at it and I'm just like, all right, like I'm gonna have to take like a break after looking at everything on this page.
And I've been moving like so much slower through One Piece chapters recently.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah. So Berserk was very influential. Hopefully it gets. Well, isn't it supposed to get an anime adaptation by the director of Castlevania or something like that? Well.
He said he would like to. I'm pretty sure it was never like confirmed.
Yeah, if he does,
Dude, cool.
Castlevania is a phenomenal show.
Oh yeah,
love everything about it.
Did y'all see the latest season? It was fucking great. It was great.
Great.
Yeah.
Fucking loved everything about it, and then he is making the Devil May Cry anime, so.
Yeah, Virgil's in it. He got confirmed. Virgil's in it.
Go. Yeah, so I'm excited to see what happens with that, but.
Yeah, so I think we should like give like some of our favorite anime besides like what we like.
Let's drop the top fives, bro.
Top fives? You're putting me on the spot. If you got something, go ahead.
I mean, I guess my top five changes a lot, so I'll just go ahead and drop it. So, you throw Great Teacher Onizuka on there. Throw 1997. 1997 Berserk is never swapped. That is never ever swapped, ever.
Right.
Me right there. Forever gonna love it. So, Berserk, Great Teacher Onizuka, Gintama, Trigun, and we'll throw Steins Gate on there because Steins Gate was my first visual novel and my first like true like psychological mystery anime, and man, what an amazing piece of work.
Yeah, I think I have five as well.
Go for it.
Well, first is really obvious for me. It's gonna be the Monogatari series. It's like it's been one of my favorite things since a really long time.
I'm watching it.
Maybe second, probably Kara no Kyokai. I'm a big like type moon fucker. I love the universe a lot, so definitely I'll put Kara no Kyokai there. Third, probably Gintama. Yeah. I fucking love Gintama. I cannot wait to see that final movie. I haven't read the ending yet in the manga. I'm just waiting for the final movie. I heard it's like Japan loves that movie. They fucking absolutely love that movie.
We're watching that together.
Yeah, I remember it was.
For sure.
It was number one, like at some point.
Oh yeah, it's sold. Like I'm pretty sure it's like even sold close to like how much the Demon Slayer were selling in a week.
Exactly. Like I think it dethroned it for like a week or something.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane because the Demon Slayer was like at the peak of the industry for her, really like that whole year basically. But yeah, fourth, I think I'm I'm gonna say Mononoke, not Mononoke Hime,
Oh.
not Princess Mononoke.
Yeah,
Okay.
OG
Yeah,
Mononoke.
Yeah, OG Mononoke. Yeah,
Damn, okay.
like
There's not a lot of you guys around, bro. A lot of Mononoke fans.
I know, bro. Not a lot of people know about Mononoke. They, I'm sure someone like that. Oh, Princess Mononoke, when I said
Yeah,
Mononoke.
no, yeah, everybody assumes Princess because that's the most commercially successful. But
Yeah,
anybody that hasn't watched
the
Mononoke,
good one, bro.
check
The
it
good
out.
one.
Yeah, Mononoke is pretty cool.
It's from it's kind of like a spin-off from the Ayakashi, which is like a classic Japanese horror anthology series. It's pretty cool. And fifth, I think I'm gonna just go with it. A monster, yeah.
Monster anime, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
What about
If you
you,
go
Mustache?
for me, well, you know, my number one is Gintama, number
Yeah,
one
for sure.
anime. And then, you know, I'm a big One Piece fan, so One Piece in there. Like the anime is okay. Let me get this straight. The anime is not good. Like you can't say that it's good. You can't say that it like no. The reason why you can say it's good is because it's so much stretched out, and like there's not much filler episodes, but it's so much stretched out that sometimes like it adapts one chapter at a time, and even less than that. So like you're getting like fragments of story, and like if you're binging that shit, it's pretty good. But if you're watching it like every week or something, like you you hate yourself, like you literally hate yourself.
Right.
And like I think the One Piece manga is like is one of my favorites in my top 5 manga too. So like I don't know, One Piece when I started watching that when I was younger, and like I binged what was out, and it was about until like Marineford.
That's because we were.
Oh
Like,
shit!
so-
Dude, that's a lot.
Oh shit!
So yeah, like I binged all of that, and then I got to Marineford, and then I got weekly, so I kind of stopped watching it. I watched like episode after episode, and then I kind of slowed down, and I rewatched it again, like maybe like 1 year later.
Rainford was like its peak, bro. It was fucking
Marineford was
reading those
Oh, yeah.
chapters one after another was fucking
Marineford
peak.
was so good.
Yeah, and then yeah, so I even rewatched One Piece again. So just to tell you, like all these fucking episodes I watched, like I really love One Piece. I'm just saying that. So yeah,
Alright.
it's garbage, but I love it. And
I wouldn't say it's garbage. Yeah, like it's
drags
good,
too much. It
I
drags
guess.
too much. It drags too
No,
much.
yeah.
I definitely have issues with like post time skip One Piece and like early One Piece, like the first until like
oh yeah,
the
No,
island
no,
where you
to
meet
me-
the first two giants. Fucking what is it called? Not Little Island.
it's fuck, I forgot the name of it, but it's something
Dude,
like
I
that.
haven't watched in so long. Man.
Yeah, it's where you meet the first two giants and then you have like
Oh,
this
those-
war going.
Yeah,
Yeah, and since then on, it's really fucking good. Everything before that was like,
So I think
it's alright.
before Musashi continues with that, before we end the One Piece conversation, when did One Piece pick up for you guys? When did it get good?
I'm not gonna lie to you, it was good. Like from the first episode, I'm being harsh when I say garbage, but I don't actually think it is. I just think the production is garbage. Like, but
Honestly,
me-
for me, I think it picked up like at Arlo Park, and that's when I was like, hey, this is actually it could turn into something. It could be really good,
Yeah,
mhm.
yeah, I think all of
Like,
and it
if I'm-
does.
If I could say where it peaked for me, it was like during Enies Lobby. Enies Lobby was like
dude,
Oh,
big-
for sure, yeah.
the big Robin,
me-
Robin
For
and
me,
like Sogeking and like all that thing. Like I really was hyped and like geeked for like
bro,
all the
seeing the
things.
first gear was so fucking cool because I wasn't like spoiled or anything. I didn't even know Luffy had gears or anything. That was like
yes.
like common knowledge or some shit because Luffy has gears. But back then, I didn't know shit about One Piece. I just knew a few of the cast members. I knew Shanks, I knew Luffy, I knew Blackbeard, I knew Whitebeard, and a few others. But I didn't know shit about the series at all. So when I got to Enies Lobby, it was like, oh, this is actually a really good arc. Like it's actually well written. So
Oh yeah,
I
like
really liked it.
like the train, and then when it get to Enies Lobby, you get like straight fights like Sanji versus that I forgot his name, but the fucking giraffe guy.
Yeah,
And then,
for sure.
You know,
I think his name's like Haku or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know,
But anyway, we got real fights after real fights after real fights, and then we got the Luffy versus.
It's kind of, I like that a lot because it's like it feels like the stakes are high. I really like that a lot.
Yeah, I really did. And like that moment with Robin and like Usopp, like shooting that flag down and shit. I don't know,
Right.
like in my 15-year-old like brain, that shit was peak.
cool. Yeah, that shit was
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that.
For sure, yeah.
Alright, continue. What comes after One Piece, man?
Okay, so after One Piece, I'd probably say Ergo Proxy is somewhere in there. Steins Gate is one of my favorite series of all time. Probably my favorite like visual novel.
Right.
Shit. Let me see. Maybe like I wouldn't say Psychopaths because like only the first season is really peak, but then after that it gets there. I have a lot of choices. Let me see.
I'm surprised you haven't said Shinsekai Yori yet, because you put me on that and you loved that.
Right. Yeah, it's probably a top 10, but I could put a top 5 too. Like, but Shinsekai Yori is an anime that really marked me. Like,
I love that show so much. I was reading like reviews for that season and I was like, maybe this isn't for me. But then when I actually like sat down and watched it, I was like fucking mesmerized by how good it was.
much. Like the synopsis is really unassuming. Like you're really going to it and you're like, okay, it's gonna be some, you know, some slice of life romance, like with a little mystery
like
to it.
A little bit of magic and mystery to it, like just normal slice of life. That's basically what I got.
And then the twist in the end is actually like really good, and the animation, everything about it is pretty good.
For sure. I honestly, I don't know, this is just like me, but I absolutely fucking love the art style for it. It's really good.
Yeah. I liked how like the concept of like this utopia, like this whole world building, to me was really well done, and like the thought that like people at that time and period didn't care about like you know, like being straight or being gay or whatever. You know, people were just like you know, dating humans. You know, it's just
it was pretty ahead of its time because it was like this was like I'm pretty sure like 2010 or something, 2011. It was pretty ahead of its time.
Yeah, I really love the concepts in that anime. Like, so
it's kind of it's weird to talk about it without like spoiling shit heavily.
You gotta tread lightly.
Yeah, you gotta like think about it carefully.
Yeah, I would say it's in my top 5. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So there you have it.
Yeah, I probably have like the between us three, I probably have the more meathead taste at times, but I can still, you know, have productive discussion about anime. So
yeah, like you were talking about your first anime earlier. You were saying it was Berserk. My first like anime that like got me into anime was probably Naruto. Like most people of my age is actually Naruto. Like all my friends and like most people like I know, like their first anime was either Dragon Ball, like all of us, and then Naruto. Right. So
I actually had like a bit of a more like unique it's still like really basic, but not as basic as like say Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto. I got into anime like heavily through Cowboy Bebop, and that ending fucking stayed with me into like my teenage years.
Man. Cowboy Bebop
like
everything about Spike. You wanted to be Spike. You wanted to talk like.
Yeah, he was just cool, man.
Just the classic.
Like he like his charm and like the way he like talked to people around him. It was really fucking cool.
I love a woman who can kick my ass, man. That line was sick.
She was like literally my first like waifu, dude. Faye Valentine was like one of my first waifus.
Everybody loves Faye. You can't say she's not, you know, she's not bad.
Oh yeah, she's hot, dude. no doubt.
That's real.
But yeah, well, I mean, like I said, I started with Dragon Ball, but you know, like it wasn't, you know, because you can't really count Dragon Ball because most people watch that, most people like see it, and you think it's a cartoon when you're younger, you know, it's not anime, quote unquote anime. So it's just like I
got exposed to Dragon Ball. I was like, you know, 5-year-old, and I didn't know it was anime or anything like that. It was cartoon to me.
Right.
Yeah, so shout out to my uncle. I don't know where the fuck you are right now, but
Thank you for putting me on Berserk, dog. I appreciate that shit.
I didn't grow up just a meathead. I fucking enjoy the finer things too.
No, y'all want to get into like games now or something?
Yeah, I guess
we could get into games.
We could get into games. Well, specifically because motherfuckers in here only play JRPGs. Let's be honest. Like,
oh yeah, we definitely play only.
I'm a fighting game head.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I was now my shit is only JRPGs.
Yeah, I was gonna say, song is literally just JRPGs and the occasional beat 'em up, and by that I just mean Devil May Cry because that's like
for real.
I know he plays.
For real.
I hate how I become a gacha game player. Like,
for sure, yeah. We all like playing gacha games.
Yeah, like this is almost all I play nowadays because I don't have time to like actually play real games.
Well, you also started Trails, so
yeah, Trails. But like that's the best game I've played in like
those
in a year.
8-hour Trail sessions be hitting different when you got
bro.
work
I'm telling you, but once you start, it you don't stop.
Yeah,
it's that good.
I've been trying. I need you to show me because I tried installing it and it said that the game wasn't gonna run. So I need you to walk me through that one of these days. Because I was gonna start it. I promise you, Song. I promise. Because he's been trying to get me to play this for like a couple fucking like a month.
I've been trying to get it. I've been trying to get everyone on the series.
So I promise.
I already corrupted like Musashi. I'm sure Onyx is gonna start it soon. I'm pretty sure Sans was saying he was gonna start it too, but that motherfucker didn't start it. I don't even know where the fuck he is.
No, but I promise.
I started it.
I was supposed to go on with like a Slayer.
Yeah, keep in mind, this is not for the lighthearted. Sometimes we will say some pretty ignorant shit. We'll probably censor it at some point in the future. But
maybe,
for now, we're pretty unfiltered sometimes. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But, you know, like, fucking Trails, I was going to start it this week. I promise you, man. But what was your guys' first like exposure to video games aside from like, you know, the classic Nintendo stuff? Because I'm pretty sure, well, like I said,
I was about to say like Nintendo stuff, like fucking Kirby, there's fucking Super Mario, all that, Legend of Zelda.
Oh, to me it's still vivid. Like I remember the first time when my mom, she gave me that old NES Nintendo system, like that old game, that old console,
right?
And like I had like only like Super Mario Brothers, the first one, and like Super Mario Brothers. So that was like my first exposure to video games. I was like 5-year-old, 4-year-old or something. And yeah, like from that moment I really became a fucking room dweller or some shit because like it never changed from that point. Like I remember I used to play like Super Mario Brothers and like especially Super Mario 3. Like that was my favorite game when I was younger. Like I would play that game and hours on end. So, yeah, that's probably my first video game.
I think my first like console was the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
Damn, that is OG.
Yeah, it is. My dad used to like use it, and my brother had it, and then I got it, and I think the first game I played on it was Majora's Mask. Is why I became like I really started liking Zelda games.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I had like a few games. I had like Super Mario 64. I had like GoldenEye. I don't know if y'all remember GoldenEye, by the way.
GoldenEye 007, dude.
Yeah, 007.
The multiplayer was so good on that.
GoldenEye, that was the OG Call of Duty. That was the OG.
God, it was.
You came over to my house and you picked that motherfucker Odd Job. You were getting kicked out of my house. Short motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, I think for me it was a Zelda game. My first ever like actual proper game that I played all the way through was either Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask on the Nintendo 64.
I think for me, like, I did have an N64 and I did go that route for like not very long, because I remember, well, as a kid, like, I'm not gonna lie, like my dad used to spoil me, so I remember having an N64, but it was my cousins, like we used to play,
right?
But my dad got me a PS2, And with that PS2 came, I already know what I'm gonna say. Devil May fucking cry.
Okay. Okay.
Because I had seen my uncle play it, and I was like, yo, this game is really cool. Like, what is this? And I'm not gonna say it was my first game, but it was like probably the first like story-based, like, I guess you could say, more mature video game that I played. Yeah, like, 'cause I played a lot of Nintendo and stuff like that, but I guess in terms of like single player games, Devil May Cry 3 was just like, because I didn't get 1, nor did I get 2, because like I just had a fixation on 3, so unknowingly I started in the right
You literally
order.
started right, yeah, unknowingly.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
It
So
was fate. It was fate for you to start with DMC 3.
Yeah, so I got the game, and it was just fucking amazing. I had no idea what I was doing. I sucked, like, but I grinded that game for hours and hours on end. I used to ask my uncle to teach me how to play, and that was probably like the first game that I played through all the way. That's why I'm such a DMC merchant, because that game had such a big impact on me. Like Dante and Virgil, like one of the greatest like dynamics. Virgil is better than all of your favorite villains, and I'm pretty sure he has less screen time than all of them combined. So he you know, that was like super heavy. PS2 got that, and then I played Final Fantasy 7. That's when I started getting into JRPGs. Final Fantasy 7, and then I was being given games like Dragon Quest and Chrono Trigger and just all this cool shit. So I went from a beat 'em up game to fucking just becoming a JRPG merchant as a kid.
Right.
So
I've like always been big into JRPGs. Like I started with like Zelda and all that. Moved on to Chrono Trigger, like Breath of Fire. If anyone has played that,
dude, it's so good.
yeah.
But
Fucking. I even played like Super Mario RPG and all that. Final Fantasy 7, Dragon Quest 3 and 5.
Let me hit you with one y'all probably don't know about. Tales of Dragoon or something like that.
A Dragoon?
Yeah. Dragoon, Tales of Dragoon.
Legend of Dragoon?
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon. It had 3 discs, right? Yeah. Okay,
too.
dude, that game was so cool. But see, the thing is that like I used to play all these like RPGs and like all these single player games, and then I got into Call of Duty as a kid. But the problem was I was one of those kids that grew up with no fucking internet. I didn't get internet until I was like 14.
I feel that.
Like,
yeah, that was me, but only because like that was not really a thing to play online until I was like around that age. So
yeah.
Like you would play maybe like MMORPG online, but you wouldn't play like actual console games online.
Yeah, right.
I just had no internet as a kid, so like everybody would be at school talking about like fucking what's it called? Call of Duty Modern Warfare, like the Call of Duty COD 4. And I would be like, hey, have you guys seen Final Fantasy 10? That's just pretty cool. And they're like, what the fuck is that? They were like, what is that? And I'll be like, it's pretty cool. Some guy named Titus in it, you know? Like,
I don't know, man. Most people were like in my school when I was in middle school, they didn't really like play games like that. They were all like sports junkies and all that.
Yeah, sports
so
games,
I didn't really like fit in. I tried to I was like, oh yeah, I like sports. I never fucking liked sports in my life, dude. But, you know, I was trying to like fit in. I was like trying to make friends and all that. And then I got to high school and I met actually people who like that. So it was pretty cool.
To me, like I started with the NES, like I said, and then not because it was the only console out, but because we didn't have that much money back in the day. So like that's the only console I had until I was like a little bit older, and then I got the N64 with like Super Mario 64. And like I remember one summer, like when I got that game, I played like the whole summer inside. I was inside my room like the whole summer, almost playing that game over and over. Just not like I didn't complete the game, but I was just like replaying like levels after levels just because I loved that game so much. And like from that point, it was like I love like Nintendo games and stuff like that. So I got like my Game Boy, and I got the Pokemons, and I got the Super Smash, and I got like what everybody played when they got the 60 and Game Boy and shit. And then I got to GameCube. Then that's when I started to want like more 3D games, more like mature games and shit like that. Like I wanted to play like Midnight Club. and they didn't have that on
dude.
fucking GameCube.
Midnight
So like I was
Club.
pissed. Yeah, like I saw my friends with a PS2 like playing Midnight Club, and like I had my GameCube and I could only play like Smash and stuff like that. I can there's no guns on Nintendo and stuff like that. It's only like more like childish games, but I had fun with that still. But yeah,
Right.
and then I changed like once I like went to high school and stuff like that. I got into like Xbox 360. So that's
Oh yeah, we got like our 360 days.
yeah. That's when I started playing like Modern Warfare 2. Like and
Alright.
like even before that, I was playing like zombies on War at War.
Bruh,
So, yeah, like-
I think OBS just crashed. What the fuck? Again. OBS
Yeah.
crashed.
So,
OBS crashed,
Yeah.
sort of, not really. Well, we're back
I don't
into
know what
it.
happened.
We were talking about.
Where were we? I forgot
was
where we
saying-
were.
I was saying that I switched from like the more childish GameCube games to like actual like Xbox 360 games with
Yeah, right.
Call
The
of
toxic
Duty, Modern
days. Our
Warfare 2.
toxic
Yeah.
days.
Dude.
Yeah,
That's
basically. Yeah,
I
I
missed
remember
it, bro.
when I started playing like Xbox 360 was like another world for me because I only had Nintendo products all these years before. Like I really went from NES to the 64 to Game Boy to DS to GameCube, to Wii.
That's a
Even
jump.
Wii.
That's
Right.
Oh, dude, Call of Duty on the Wii. Tell them about Call of Duty.
Oh man, I remember playing Call of Duty on Wii, like the zombie mode. That was completely garbage. I remember playing like all these Wii versions of games, and that was so bad. I don't even know why. Like it was on the market. It was like $60 too on release and stuff like that. And you would buy that, and you had like a fraction of the game that you would play on PS2 and Xbox. Oh man, that sucked. But yeah. Bro, like when I got to Xbox 360, like to me it was really game changing. Like the graphics and like actual playing like more mature games. Like I don't know, like Call of Duty. Like I don't know which games I actually played back then, but
That must
yeah.
have been a jump, yeah, dude. Like, shout out to all the people on Marvel vs. Capcom 3 Ultimate that I used to send me messages when I was like 14, 15. Because as soon as I got my PS3, I was on it.
That makes me think that's probably around that time that I really got into like fighting games. Like not actually fighting games because I used to play fighting games a lot, but I mean like really into competitive fighting games because I got to Xbox 360 where I could play online with people,
The FGC, bro.
Yeah, like I started playing. It was Soul Calibur 4 back then. And I played Soul Calibur 4 online, and I played that thing every day after school, and like it was really fun. That really got me into competitive fighting games. Because before that, it was only like playing with my cousin, like mashing buttons with Eddie Gordo on Tekken.
Oh god, that was Majin Buu Mission 19 of DMC 3, where you can play co-op.
We used to connect the control all the time and freaking just play that mission over and over again.
It was pretty fucking cool, like playing as the Sons of Sparta. It was fucking cool as shit.
Definitely, but yeah, man.
Going a little bit on topic on this, what do y'all think is like the worst console, like design?
Like looks wise?
Design and like worst console in general, like games that on it, how it looked,
The Wii, that's pretty much the Wii.
Yeah. Well, no, not the Wii.
No, not the worst
Wii
design
U,
because
the Wii U.
right,
Wii
because
U.
the Wii, like it was actually like
I don't know, man. For me, it's either like the Virtual Boy. Y'all remember the Virtual Boy?
Jesus Christ,
Virtual
man, I
Boy?
didn't know we were going that old.
Oh, God, bro, I'm telling you, the first time I saw how the Virtual Boy looked, I was like, what the fuck? Y'all remember how it looks, right? It looks like a fucking grill.
Yeah, it's fucking retarded.
Yeah, I think design-wise, that. Everything else, the Wii U for sure.
Yeah, the Wii U was like...
Yeah. I think the Wii gets shit on a lot since even us said like Wii U like as a reflex, but it's pretty much the games. The games that own it is like 90% of the catalog is garbage, like straight up garbage. Like not even games that you have fun playing. That's games you play like 30 minutes and you turn it off. Like or like fraction of games or like kind of cash grab games. A lot of cash grab games because it was the Wii and it was the new thing. And it was you had motion.
That's also the bane of the Nintendo Switch in a way. Like okay, so I think we can all agree that when it comes to Nintendo, any fucking ports to their systems are always absolute garbage. And the only reason you truly get their consoles, is to play their own stuff. Like the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. For me, it's Monster Hunter Rise big time because it's only on the Switch. Like, I would never get a Monster Hunter game
on the with Switch. A Tsukihime remake.
Yeah, exactly. Tsukihime remake coming soon.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was younger. I only had the Wii, you know, like I only had these Nintendo consoles. So if I wanted to play the games that my friends are talking about and stuff like that, like I would have to get it on Wii. Like my mom's not gonna get me like another console. Like it is what it is. You know?
Oh god, it was different times. Nowadays, like it's usual for like kids to have consoles and stuff. Not everyone, obviously, but like your average kid has like a fucking iPhone, has like a console, has like fucking hype beast clothes and shit.
We're getting into that area where they all have PCs now, dude. Little kids crazy.
Yeah.
But most definitely, Nintendo has some bad console designs. Their games are amazing. Don't get us wrong at all. Like, cause you know, I'm a Zelda head, just like Musashi. And
oh yeah, like my favorite.
I think all of us like Zelda.
My favorite RPG game is Ocarina of Time.
Like, nice.
For sure, yeah. For me, it's either that or Majora's Mask.
I would say Majora's Mask is my favorite, but like talking about nostalgia, like in overall, like
my bad. I said Majora's Mask. I was thinking about A Link to the Past. I'm fucking stupid.
Yeah. A Link to the Past. That's a gem.
I like it. A Link to the Past is like fucking. It was like one of the gems of my fucking childhood. I love that game.
I love that game so much that I say recently, but like maybe 3 years ago, I went and bought like a pristine, like a good quality like cartridge of it. Game. Yeah,
nice. Oh god, we all just like all come at the same time when he said that.
I am fully erect right now, but
like I had a phase where I would like go and buy like all these old games, all these RPG games that I used to play, like to collect them and shit. I have all in Canada, but. Like,
did you get Golden Sun? Because you put me on there.
I have Golden Sun like with me on GBA, on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
I have Golden Sun and Final Fantasy.
This was like back like late 2018. Maybe like early 2019. But Golden Sun was like one of the first games Musashi ever put me on.
Oh, yeah.
Like probably the first JRPG, because before that he put me on some other stuff, but the first JRPG he put me on was Golden Sun, and I fucking loved the shit out of that game. I used to stream it on Twitch for like 12 hours a day. I was going stupid through Golden Sun.
Like, but yeah, of all the cartridges I bought, like I think Zelda Link to the Past, A Link to the Past is the only one that I bought like a really clean version. I really like. Good cartridge, like, you know, almost like brand new. Yeah.
I never really like the cartridges. All my old ones, I think my mom still has them in like some basement or something. I'm not really sure. I think she does. But all my I never like took care of my cartridges. I literally like was throwing them around. Was like fucking
apparently you can't blow in the cartridges, but I used to do that.
Everyone did that. The shit was when you like fucking blow in it. Yeah, everyone did that. Everyone did that for sure.
To be honest, those things are indestructible, dude. Like you can fucking drop them from every which way, and I've never broken.
Yeah.
Actually, like the reason why most of the cartridges would break and like not work anymore and stuff like that, it was because people would blow into them. Like that's the main reason why it would stop working.
Yeah.
I still have my cartridges in my closet to this day. I didn't take them with me to uni, but I have like a lot of like classic, like pristine condition cartridges, like Super Mario 3. I still have my cartridge of Golden Sun. I still have Final Fantasy Tactics. I have Advance Wars. I have like a couple of those, man.
Yeah, I still have like almost all like 64 games and all that, Wii games, but I don't have them with me because I moved out, right? So all of them are still back home. So.
Yeah, like all the cartridges that I bought when I was collecting them and stuff like that, they're all in Canada. Like they're all in storage somewhere that I'm not gonna say, but yeah.
Oh, dox yourself, bro. Cartridges.
Yeah, like all them cartridges in the box in that storage.
In Canada.
Oh god, drop the address, bro. Hey, send location.
Not the Addy.
Oh God.
But yeah, I think like as far as video games, like most recently, like let's talk. Like yeah, we can go into that. Like now that we're done with like the old console stuff.
Recent games.
Recent stuff. What is the
Well,
best?
okay,
recent
boys.
game? The best recent game that isn't Devil May Cry 5, by the way. The best recent game.
You know my answer. It's obvious. Mine is obvious. Y'all go. Cause mine is obvious.
I mean, like recent
Yeah, like recent
that I
games
played
that
recently,
no,
or
no.
Yeah, say like in the last year or two.
Yeah, last year or so. But like I'll give you 3 years. Just to.
okay.
3
Well,
years.
if I'm talking about like a game that I played recently, like that would be Trails. But if I'm talking about
Let's go,
a
let's
actual
go.
recent game, like recent game, maybe like I really like in the last 3 years, I really like playing Blaze Blue Cross Tag. It's like maybe it's not the best game, but it's the game I had like most.
Yeah, right.
Baby Tag.
That and Tekken 7, like I really had a blast playing them in the last years.
I think
Oh.
for me, like, I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Like, like a pretense to this is, if you have not played the original Final Fantasy fucking 7 games, do not play the remake first. Do not play.
Right.
You need to play the game, the first one, and you need to go ahead and fucking watch. You know, you go ahead and play Crisis Core. Watch Advent Children. Don't play DJ Cerberus.
No, by the way, fucking
Yeah.
love that.
Right. So you fucking go consume those forms of media first, because for me personally, it's Final Fantasy VII Remake. But the problem with that game is that it is
It's
not
the
a
ending.
great introduction, and the ending is bad. Objectively, right? Because it's a great game, love letter to those who really enjoy the series and have played it, and they understand.
And that's a really good
everything
job
that's
to
going on.
recreate like the world, right? For the
The
first
aesthetic,
like
the
90% of the
atmosphere,
game.
the characters, everything is so great. The only
Well, I want to say characters because they assume stuff from the original.
Right,
That's
exactly.
the whole thing.
That's
They
what I'm saying.
assumed it.
Like,
And the only character I didn't like how they used was literally
Sephiroth.
Sephiroth.
dude,
Yeah.
okay, so that's what I was about to get into, right? So the characters are great if you've played the other fucking games. By the way, go play the other fucking games first. And
Why would you want?
because, dude, like it pisses me off that people don't understand like how good those characters really are, and they don't understand how
Yeah,
what's going on in
sure.
the game, and they call it their favorite.
Honestly,
game.
that's like the appeal of Final Fantasy to me. It's the characters and the like. Sometimes the worlds, not always, because some worlds suck
Some worlds
absolute
are
fucking
trash,
dick.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like that's what bothers me. Like people will say the Final Fantasy VII remake is like their favorite game, greatest game, but they haven't played the original, so they can't understand like everything.
No, that's
going
weird.
on.
I always found those people to be like kind of
Yeah.
weird.
I can't. I'm not like I don't mean to sound like super elitist, but that just bothers the shit out of me. Like, go ahead and play the original games first, man. It looks old, blocky,
Oh, man.
polygony, whatever. Just play it.
It looks ass, but I promise you, it's worth it.
It's worth
It's
it.
actually worth it.
But and then the worst part about the utilization of Sephiroth is that in the original games you don't see Homeboy until like basically the end, but they hang him around like he's some
They
sort of
l-
like prize.
Yeah,
like,
the way they like said Sephiroth is like it's this ideal that Cloud is chasing.
Yeah.
You don't really see him, like you just see him randomly throughout the game until like a certain thing that happens at the end.
Yeah, like,
Basically.
he's just like an illusion the entire game, and they're just looming him over your head. Like, I get it. Like for me personally, like if I really didn't like care for the series that much, I would probably say this is so fucking cool because it's like, aha, ape monkey brain. We're leading up to a big fight, but.
Right.
The setup just wasn't that good, especially if you just haven't played the original games first. But in my most recent games that I've played through and have enjoyed, it has to be Final Fantasy VII. I loved it. You know, atmosphere is everything. The recreation, seeing it all just come to life in a modern setting, like, it's pretty good.
Right.
Song?
So yeah,
Your recent
for
game?
me. So I've recently been on a journey with a little series called Kiseki or Trails, and my most like the best game I recently finished would be I don't know Kiseki or Trails to Azure, and like a game that recently released that I finished and loved would be like Ghost of Tsushima. I really like Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah, I really like that game.
I didn't. The only reason
But yeah,
I
fucking
wasn't too
Trails.
fond of it is because it felt like a Souls game, but it was easy in a way. But the story was great. Oh my god, was it fucking amazing.
I like the story. The gameplay was alright. I mean, I didn't hate it that much. I definitely played with like the max difficulty and everything.
Yeah, definitely, dude.
Now, if we're talking about the true game I've played the most in recent memory, that'd be something like, yeah.
Bang Dream Girls Band Party.
I did. We always had like this phase of playing this one rhythm game. It's like an idle game, rhythm gameplay. We all played this game for like 2 weeks straight. I even ranked on the leaderboards in like the top 15.
Ranked top like 100, like in his first event. Like,
yeah, it was literally my first event, and I was number 13 on the leaderboards.
We were. I'm not gonna name names, but there was people literally spending money to just refill their stamina.
Oh, that's me. I'm people.
Why is he calling me out? I'm people. Yeah, me and Musashi were people.
Yeah, they were going nuts. I played it with them for a while, but I didn't degen it like them. Like I was playing a lot. I was playing a good amount.
Me and Musashi, it was like 9 in the morning for me. It was like almost 12 for him, and we were like gaming on Bandori for hours, dude.
We all have jobs, by the way. We all have jobs.
Oh yeah,
we do.
So like, we're not that big cavemen, dude. But I'm not gonna lie, like we were playing until like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Fucking.
Bro, it was morning for me. I'm like 9-10 hours ahead of y'all.
There was literally fucking days where Song would play Bandori the whole night, then say, "Okay,
yeah,
I'm going to work."
Go to work. Oh god.
Like I would go to work in the morning. It was like 9 a.m., 8 a.m., and Song would be playing Bandori, and I would get off work at 8 p.m. and he would still be on. Like,
that's when I was farming the event because I was trying to get, because these motherfuckers are crazy, bro. These leaderboards farmers are fucking insane. They don't sleep, bro. They sweat the fuck out of this game. Like they sleep like in sessions, like 15 minutes every hour. That's just fucking stupid how they play.
Yeah,
super retarded.
Like,
oh god.
This was before.
Like you can keep up with them. Like if you actually have a life, you cannot keep up with them.
You cannot. Like these guys, like those are the real cavemen. They probably never been outside. They haven't even touched.
I'm telling you. When I got to 13, I literally was like losing. I was literally not sleeping. I was not sleeping because I was farming that fucking game.
When you're trying to rank top 100, like even top 1000, sometimes like you lose some sleep for that, bro. You lose some sleep and some work time. You know.
To put it into perspective, how bad it was. I put a whole like week of work into the game because I ranked 100 hours in a week, if you can believe that. 100 hours in a week.
That's like overtime, like crazy.
Oh god, I was putting in overtime as well, and I was going to work, bro. I was playing this shit at work when I could.
I think this addiction started before I started working my legitimate job, but I still was to put it in light terms, spreading the good herb of God. Before working at my current job, so I was able to degen quite a bit. But even then, I was into other things. So I wasn't that like big into
hobbies.
Like, I have hobbies.
I started playing that game like it was in January, and then like I really got hooked to it. I played the Japanese game, and then the Japanese server, and then I started playing the NA version, and like I would post like once in a while like my polls like in servers and shit, and they'll say, "Yo, that's cool" and stuff. And then some people started picking up. I think it was Flair and then Song, started picking up playing the game, and then Majin, and then everyone started. Almost everybody, but I'm still playing that game even to this day. Like I flashback to when I was playing the fucking. Rosalia events.
Yeah,
and I tried to rank. But I tried to rank 100. I tried to T100. Oh, but this event was so popular, bro. Like I was not ready.
The top 10, 11, and 12 were gatekeeping top 10 from Musashi, by the way.
Like no, the
top me.
Top 100. No, that was him during his top 100. But me,
I don't know if gatekeeping me from top 10.
I could not stay top 100. Like I would play like songs after songs after songs. Like I would play like A to Z, like, and almost perfect it every fucking time. And I would not get to top 100. Like
it's
weird because top 80. I would get to
They
top 80
like
or
playing
70.
gangs and everything.
Yeah, like I get to that point, and then like I would go to sleep, and then I would get to like over 100. Like this is retarded. Like I couldn't do shit. I couldn't do.
I know.
And I would play at work. Like I would like, let's say like I don't have orders, and I didn't have like orders to make and anything. I would go in the back, and then I would play Bandori.
He'd be in the
And
kitchen
shit.
playing
Bro, that was literally me. I was literally doing the exact same thing. I had my like coworker like call me if someone was coming, and I was like, "Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Give me. I'm in the middle of a song, bro."
Yeah, yo,
Get their order.
that motherfucker's coffee can wait. Let me finish.
Like literally, I remember like I was sometimes once I was playing a song.
He picked a good song from Roselia, bro. Let me play.
No, for real. But I was playing a song, and then this customer came into the door, and then I was so into the game that I said, "Wait a second, please!" Like literally, like
Right.
so retarded. It was that deep at that point, and the worst of it,
What is that deep? I'm not gonna hold.
the worst of it all is I didn't get my top 100. I got top 105 or something in 6.
Picture this motherfucker. Like he probably had his earphones in, but if it just imagine he wasn't. You could just hear like idol singing in the background. Some guy, like some guy just came in all serious, like, "Yo, I need assistance." He's like, "Give me a second." You just hear.
No, for real. It was deep like that.
Dude, to put it into perspective, to put it into perspective for everybody, it got so bad that we started looking up the real life bands and like simping over them for a bit.
No, I people like all their concerts, bro. I went all the way back. It was deep.
And to be fair, Roselia is it's a good band.
Roselia is good.
Even for an anime like thingy.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. So like I remember like I got my job and everything like that, and I started listening to Bandori music on my way to work.
Oh god, fuck! All these other people like listen to like fucking rap music when they go to the gym. I listen to Roselia music, bro.
I went on a jog listening to Roselia.
When I do my I fucking blast Neo aspect.
Insane, bro.
That should have jammed, bro. That should have jammed. What can I say?
It is a jam, bro.
It do be a jam.
is also good. Like all those stuff.
Yeah.
If I was
legendary,
yeah. Now, if I was this degenerate to this day, like I would play right now. Now it's past, but like, a few days ago it was the Index. Certain magical index event.
Yeah, I think I've seen it. The collaboration.
Bro, I didn't even try to rank on that one. Like I got the top 10,000. I didn't even care.
That's
like
crazy.
like I wasn't away from I was moving states, so I couldn't play because I didn't have.
You didn't even play Trails, bro.
I couldn't play Trails because I didn't have a charger in the car for that, and I couldn't play like my mobile games. I couldn't play my gachas because I didn't have for like have to travel. Yeah, like I would get through like places in the US where there's like nothing like for hours, so I would get no data.
Right.
So I couldn't even rank if I wanted to. Yeah.
Fucking gacha games, bro.
I've been on this Trails grind so hard. I literally didn't have any time I had like that was free. I literally was playing Trails. I would clocked in like 12, 13 hours in the game for so long. But when I started Trails, it was like instantly. Like in the first like 2-3 days of playing the game every day, I literally was clocking in 12 hours.
Yeah, I was there for that. I saw that.
I lost so hard with the series because it's so fucking good, and I'm surprised I never played it before.
Yeah, I'm surprised I never knew about this game before because like it was.
I only heard. I'm pretty sure I heard about the latest one, Cold Steel. I never heard about the series as a whole.
Yeah, I remember seeing like the jacket, not the jacket. I guess the cover in the EV games and shit, or I guess the GameStops.
Yeah.
Oh.
So like I remember seeing that I think it's Cold Steel or something on PS4 or something.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's the Euroboney right there.
Yeah, I remember seeing that in the stores, but like I didn't even know what it was. Like now I remember what it is, but back then I didn't even know.
Yeah,
I started,
I'm pretty sure the way I felt, well, like the first time I seen it is because I played all of Ys even before I knew what Trails was. The first time I saw Cold Steel, and I saw Nihon Falcon, and I was like, oh, this is the developers for Ys, right? And I was like, oh, it could be cool, but I never started. I never knew it's like a big series. I thought Cold Steel was the first entry in the series.
yeah. Yeah, like I started playing that game and I was clocking 12 hours like the second day or like the first day. Like to me, it was like
I'm surprised you were playing that much because for me, first chapter started off a bit slow, but I was having a lot of fun. But I didn't clock in like 12 hours.
like it taps exactly in my nostalgia and what I love about JRPGs. It's exactly what I love about it. Yeah, the charm.
It has the really like early JRPGs charm. That's what like drew me into first chapter. And then at the end, it all picks up. Like the story picks up, the character arcs, everything. Starting second chapter is all fucking great.
Look at these guys jerking each other off over Trails.
I mean, what can I
Join us,
say?
bro. Hop on, on God. We have to get Maj's like every podcast episode. We have to get his progress update.
Yeah, true. If tomorrow I'll set it up, I'll start it, and
For sure.
just walk me through it. And fucking, I
You know,
know.
when
I
you
think
were
we
younger,
need rings, but I got you.
I'm afraid of the obsession.
Oh yeah, you're gonna lose hard if you have time. You're gonna play that shit,
Yeah,
literally.
that's what I'm thinking. Cause like, as of late, I haven't really gotten into any games. Like, I just fucking get home. I look at like my PC or I look at my PlayStation. I'll just be like, what should I play? And then like everything I look at is like kind of boring to me right now.
Right.
So I'm just like, I don't know. Like I'm kind of looking for that thing. Like, cause as of right now, I'm watching Monogatari. Still
My
on the
goat,
second
my
season,
goat.
by the way. Just haven't-
You've been on it for a while, dog.
I know. I'm taking my time, but right now I'm watching Monogatari, and honestly, I'm probably gonna start Trails now, just because like I'm seeing everybody talk about it. I'm seeing like right now, I'm just listening to you guys fucking nerd out over it, and I'm like, Musashi just started playing the other day, so if he's into it this much, like, holy fuck,
Right.
you know?
He's been playing for almost a month, but not like, almost a month, yeah. But he went on that 2-week streak as well, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so it's like he just got into it, and he's already fucking like going this hard about it, so it has to be good, right? Like.
You know, the first time you started playing, you know, when you were young, you started playing like Chrono Trigger. The first time you started playing, like, you know, there's JRPGs. It's like that feeling.
That magical feeling of like, dude, like
Yeah.
this combat system is cool, these characters are cool, this environment is cool.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's so much to explore. There's so
Okay,
much-
here's the thing. Here's the thing that invested me the most into Trails. The way this fucking series builds up like its fictional integrity is so fucking good. Like when they call Falcon the kings of world building, they were not lying, bro. The way they build up like the cities, the fucking every region and the whole like Zemurian continent, it's
and
fucking great.
the fact that the story like progresses in the dialogues and like the actual world advances as you go further.
Yeah, because it's
really
rooted in
good.
politics. That's the thing. It's rooted, and politics affect the world, obviously, and that the whole world changes.
Right. Like I really like that. Like you would go
Bro,
into some side quests.
Bro, Musashi, I could not wait until you get to second chapter, dog. Oh my god.
Yeah. Trails soon.
Actually,
I really hope to recapture that JRPG magic. Like like I said, I'm like,
You're just talking about how you have like no motivation to play anything.
yeah.
That's literally always me. I always get that feeling when I finish like a good game that I was really invested in. I really don't want to play anything afterwards. That's how I'm feeling right now after finishing Trails to Azure. I literally don't feel like playing Cold Steel 1.
I literally don't play anything, dude. Like I just get like, dude. Today, it made it look like because I fell asleep while playing, but like today, I was like contemplating restarting Genshin on the PC.
Oh,
And
brother.
I played for, like,
Oh, bro.
I played-
This guy stinks.
Dude, I played for like 2 hours and I was like, what the fuck am I doing with my life, man? So I knocked out and then I ended up clocking in like 8 hours on Genshin on accident. Like I just fell asleep. And I was just like, damn, dude, like this is fucking whack. Like I need to find a game that I'm gonna enjoy and I'm gonna want to like stay up for.
Trails, bro. I'm
So
telling you.
Trails is
Yeah.
definitely gonna be that for me.
before I was playing like only the game. Like I was saying earlier, I only played gacha games recently, and then I got to Trails, and it was like instantly like
You lost instantly.
Yeah, I lost, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro.
'Cause, like,
You're literally like, because when I first got like I was like on first chapter at first, but then I got deeper. By like when I got to Zeiss chapter 3, I was like so invested into the thing. I was going through it, bro.
welcome back to the
I was
Trails
going through the
podcast.
obsession.
That's what it's gonna be.
Nah.
But like,
Honestly, bro, once you start Trails, it's gonna be a fucking progress update for me.
Probably, yeah, most
Because-
definitely.
almost all the old JRPGs, like the 90s JRPGs and 2000s, early 2000s, I've played almost all of them, and like there's not a lot of games left that capture that like
That
feeling,
magic.
and Trails actually
Right.
does. So it's like
It's
it's been so
indescribable. Like,
yeah.
I feel like
it's
the
indescribable.
reason why we didn't really see Trails is because it never got like an English translation until like really late.
Probably
And
why.
thanks to that, we never really got like we weren't really like, it wasn't the hype thing. And Falcom is like a relatively like indie company. Not really, it's like pretty big now, but it used to be really indie, right?
That's how it is. For
So-
like, a couple franchises like Song and I don't know if Musashi plays it too, but the Tales, not Trails, Tales.
Oh yeah, Tales of Tales of series.
For a couple of those games, a lot of those games didn't get English translations for a while, or at least they never
Right.
came across our like my radar. But you know, once I found out about I don't even remember. I think my first one was Tales of Berseria, and then I just went back and started playing the other ones. Because Berseria was
The
the
thing
one
with the
that's, like,
Tales of series is that it doesn't really matter where you start that much because they're all like disconnected for the most part.
Just like
Yeah.
Final Fantasy games, like most of them are disconnected in their own
Right,
like verse.
right.
But yeah, like I said.
Yeah, Tales for me is like Atelier, like the Atelier games.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I never really got into it that much, and never really captured my attention. So I kind of skipped over them.
I really like Berseria, like it's
Berseria,
probably the most fun I've had like with the game in a while.
Tales of Arise, baby. We wait on that.
Oh yeah, I'm waiting for Arise as well. I'm really high for Arise.
Yeah, that's
Now that I think about it, a game that I really like in recent years must be like Yakuza 0. Like that game, I
Oh,
really
hell yeah.
fucking love that game.
Never played Yakuza, still have not.
You've never
Might be
played?
time, bro.
Um,
After Trails,
after Trails, after like 300 plus hours, yeah, sure.
No,
that's
but
the thing. And even Yakuza, like if you play the whole series, not only 0, it's still gonna clock you in like 250, 300 hours maybe.
Jesus Christ.
Mhm.
It's pretty big. I'm not really sure how many hours, but like if you include Judgment as well, all the Yakuza games, it's gonna clock you in.
Yeah, I've heard Yakuza is
Like
amazing.
bit.
Blackheart loves Yakuza. You love Yakuza. Everybody loves Yakuza, man. So I guess I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
oh yeah, like I've heard about Yakuza a long time ago and stuff like that. Like I would play some of the games, but like Yakuza 0 in particular, like it has that. I don't know what it is, but it really hooked me up. Like I started playing it, and I finished the game in like 2 days or something. Like
Jesus Christ.
I just love the mini games, like the karaoke and the fishing and the
Yeah,
little
I've seen
quirky
some of
things.
those
And
funny scenes, dude.
They're
Like,
bro,
really-
karaoke, bro. Fuck yeah.
fucking Bakamitai, like that song, like I fucking love it. And even the I forgot his name, but the other guy's songs, like the karaoke songs,
Right.
I love them too. Like I think like everything about the game is really like it's like a bundle, and every part of it is good.
It's just
and-
like a really fun experience, dude.
yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter.
Like you can get in there and like lose a good 10, 11 hours.
Because like I've never played them personally, but I've seen some of the gameplay, right? Like I've seen some people, and it looks so fun. But I just never had
It is, yeah.
the I guess the motivation to go ahead and play it. You know, everybody needs that push into a series sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Memes, I'm gonna push the fuck out of you into Trails, dude.
yeah, Dylan,
I need you on it.
Song has been trying, man. I just I've been stubborn, but yeah, I'll just have him walk me through the setup, and I'll play him. I need a fun game
Oh.
to play anyway.
and special
Yeah,
special
sure.
mention, special mention to Maho's guy, Mahoyo. That was
For real.
it's a game. Like it's a game, but it's a visual novel. So I wouldn't say like it's one of
It's a
the
movie,
best
bro.
Visual
Yeah, it's
It's
a
a
movie.
movie of life.
It's an experience. But yeah, this game is phenomenal. Like one of the best visual novel I've played in recent memory.
I guess to close the video game subject out, what's other than Trails, please? what is a game or an entry in the series that you're looking forward to, like that's coming soon?
Fucking Elden Ring. Fuck yeah, Elden Ring.
Motherfucker. Yeah, why am
True.
I not surprised? Elden Ring.
But to me, it's probably King of Fighters.
Oh, dude, yes. King
Oh
of Fighters.
shit.
Holy shit.
Yep.
The FGC is.
Oh
What?
yeah. Actually, before I was about to go grab a drink, but before I go, one game I'm also hyped about is Melty Blood Type Lumina.
Oh, right.
And if you count the
Yep.
Tsukihime remake as well, if you count that as a game, if you want to.
Melty is gonna be crazy. Melty's gonna go
So-
crazy.
Bro, I need all of us are hopping on Type Lumina. I don't care. I don't care if you haven't played Tsukihime, bro. We're hopping on Type Lumina.
Oh, you gonna see me when Melty Blood comes out? I'm on it. Like this and King of Fighter. Like
I hate the fact that the FGC's back on Melty Blood because they've been dropping some of the most stupid fucking brain dead takes. Like that guy Leffen, y'all know Leffen?
Oh, of course. Leffen is-
Fucking actual monkey.
dude,
He was complaining about the designs.
he doesn't get it. He just doesn't.
Yeah, he
fucking
doesn't get it.
it's the new FGC people because Melty's been like in the fighting game community for a long time, and it's always been
Right.
respected as a like mechanically like great game. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
The thing I don't get about like Leffen is particular like that comment he had is that he treats Melty as a fighting game original like
It's
series.
not- it's
Right.
For those who don't know,
'Cause
Melty
he's
is
specific-
a Type Moon fighting game. More specifically,
Yeah, it's
revolving
a
around-
spin-off of Tsukihime.
Yeah, I was gonna say
like
more revolving around like Tsukihime and stuff like that.
and Leffen was like, oh yeah, he literally called them like bad fighting game designs, but they were literally never intended as fighting game designs. They're literally visual novel designs.
Dude, like the fuck. Yeah,
Yeah,
Melty.
it's just weird.
But King of Fighters, man, holy shit.
Yeah, well, while I geek out over King of, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go grab a drink.
Yeah, have fun, man. I fucking hated that guy.
true.
Yeah, nah, but King of Fighters, man, we have been waiting for how long already? Like,
Shit. Like since King of Fighter 14, that was back in 2015, 16.
yeah, that's a long
Yeah.
time, dude.
And the thing is, the last game was not like it came out and it didn't have that much like publicity or anything like that. Like it came out and
Super low key.
only the King of Fighter fans, like the Fatal Fury fans, like played that game.
Yeah, King of
Mm.
Fighters. Dude,
Like it was fun for a while playing online. Like I would do the like 3 versus 3, like 3 player versus 3 player online game.
yeah, that shit is cool.
That was really cool, but like it died in under a month because like I said, only the diehard fans would play that game.
Yeah, that and like sometimes connections would be like a huge problem. Because I
Yeah,
remember
that too.
Dragon Ball Fighters try to implement something similar to that with like the party fighting matches or whatever. So it would be like a 6 players
yeah.
in total, 3v3.
It wasn't a game.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Did it get removed or something?
No, it's still there. It's just the problem with that is that like people play it. It's just the connections are horrible, dude. Like if one person has shit internet, it ruins the whole experierience. So like,
Yeah. I remember I stopped playing like competitive fighters and I would only play the 3 versus 3 because it was the only thing that was fun to me at that point.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I remember fighters implemented that. It was cool, but I think KOF was just better designed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but fuck, man, I remember playing King of Fighters like the older versions, like bootleg as shit on the school computers.
Yeah.
You used to play the fighting games on keyboards, play each other like.
On emulator, yeah.
Yeah.
With one keyboard and they would like map the keyboard with 2 controllers.
Yeah, we used to play in class,
Yeah.
like computer class all the time. Shit was so
Alright, I'm back.
so sick.
Correct.
But hopefully the FGC eats with that one, because GGS was a fucking disappointment and a half. Great game
Yeah.
design,
Was it?
dude? Great game is like, okay, mechanically, fucking amazing. Rollback netcode, fucking amazing. Everything we could have asked for. Character balancing, all right, you know. But the
What did you not like?
The absolute worst part of that game that has put off so many people is the fucking ranking system. So the way it works is that you have a couple placement matches and you get placed on the floor, right? There's only like about 10 to 12 floors in total. I don't remember. But after you get to the 12th, like they're based on skill level, like how the game thinks you performed and how well you're doing. So once you get to like the highest floor, there's no progression after that. And it's so easy to achieve the highest floor. You know what's fucking stupid about it? Is that even if you are no ranked just starting the game, you can go straight to the 12th floor or 10th floor. You just start playing against fucking dudes that are cracked at the game. Like, it's so stupid. It's not a true...
you're just gonna get raped by the good players because the game taught. Oh yeah, for sure, man. You got it.
Like, there's no true ranking system.
You know when like your parents like would try to make you learn how to swim and they just like threw you in the water with like yeah, literally that.
Yeah, but I mean, you don't have to do that. Like, the game allows you to like be placed in like lower level. But the point is that it doesn't have a true ranking system, so there's no like ceiling to strive for. There's no, like, it's fun to play against your friends.
It's kind of fun, yeah.
Yeah, it's fun to play against your friends and stuff like that. Like, but like online play, like there's no point. It's fucking boring. Like for me, one of my biggest like loves about Dragon Ball FighterZ, I know it was a very flawed game. Balancing was horrible towards the end of its life cycle. But there was always something to strive for. Like, there's only a couple people that have like even like touched the title of Grand Zeno, which is like the highest fucking ranking you can get in the game. Like, that's what makes a fighting game fun to play online. You go for the highest rank. You try to get as much elo as possible. Just for any game with an elo or ranking system, right? You just want to be the best. But
right.
GGS doesn't give you that drive because GGS doesn't fucking have anything to go for.
Yeah, I can see how that would be a turn off because you want like a goal to strive towards.
Right. Yeah.
If you don't have like a goal, it just gets kind of repetitive and boring. It gets stale over like some time.
So this is kind of the main point of playing like online fighting games, like playing competitive.
Right.
Like playing with your friends is good and all, but like the real fun and why you keep playing like matches after matches after matches is because.
Yeah, that's like, the thing. You can literally play with your friends in any other game. It's not just GGS.
Yeah, pretty
so
much.
It's like, what's gonna keep me on GGS? Nothing.
Right.
I don't have a reason.
Did you ever play the story? Because Josh was saying that he cried at it or some shit.
He cried about how bad it was because GGS Guilty Gear's never been known for like its great storytelling. To be honest.
I know. Usually because of a character or something. I don't remember.
I
don't know who.
I haven't bothered with the story. I haven't even like. Because that game needs to be fixed.
Plastic fighting game display.
You know, and who gives a fuck about me, right? But I mean it in the sense of like, if they want me to play this game, I need my rank system.
Right.
Yeah.
And
I guess that's the main appeal because it's a fighting game first, but you know.
I need my ranking.
I actually wonder if there's gonna be like a ranking system for Melty Blood. I doubt it.
I hope so.
It could be cool, but I doubt it.
If like Melty Blood gets a ranking system, I'll play the shit out of it. I'll fucking play the fuck out of it. I love like, because for me, like, when it comes to a competitive game like that, like, you want to be the best, so here's
the thing about Melty Blood. The game is really fucking unbalanced. Well, the ones we play now, the old ones, they're really fucking unbalanced.
Who's that motherfucker that Onyx is always complaining about? Roa? Isn't he like super broken?
Hell yeah. Roa. It's broken because he literally can spam one move and he wins because he can't get out of the corner. And if you block it, you take damage anyway, so you can just spam that shit until you die.
Yeah. Well,
it's some dumb shit, but it's not just Roa. There's like a few characters that are actually broken. Like they break the game.
So, FGC, we're getting KOF, we're eating. I was actually looking forward to that. I think Song and I can both agree Elden Ring is going to be the shit.
For sure, yeah. Elden Ring, yeah, for sure.
Is going to be the shit. I hope so. Like, you know.
Bro, it's literally all I wanted. Like, it looks like an open world Dark Souls, and it has George R.R. Martin as like the setting not designer, but a creator. Like he like built up the world building of the series. It's so fucking perfect.
It's so good. Like, I can't wait until we get our hands on that.
On God.
I mean, is there anything else left to talk about? Been going at it for about an hour and a half, man.
It really passed by, huh? It felt a little bit slow in my head, but holy shit, it passed by.
Yeah, I think
It felt slow.
What could we close it out with, man? I'm not really sure. We didn't come up with an ending. I guess all we could say is
Yeah.
that this is a test run. Maybe if you enjoyed listening to us, if you enjoyed, well, we're not always gonna talk about anime and video games and media and stuff like that. We'll obviously be telling stories and stuff like that later on.
Mhm.
We'll probably do that the next. Maybe we don't even know if we're gonna call it a next episode. We're just the next test run. See how that one goes. More of like a funny kind of thing.
See the next time.
Yeah.
All right, next time, whatever it may be, a first episode, another pilot episode.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes. For now, we just wanted to introduce ourselves, our tastes, a little bit about us. Who knows if you're even gonna fucking listen to this all the way through? If you made it to the end, hey, thank you. You listened to 3 jackasses.
Not
talk.
for real. If you made it to the end, you're a golden man.
Yeah, you're good if you made it to the end. Shout out to you.
Or coded them too. It doesn't matter.
I don't even know where we're gonna post this. Maybe Song is a cloud demon on Twitter. Maybe he'll post it on Twitter.
You can't even. You can only get like 2 minutes and 20 seconds on Twitter, bro.
Motherfucker, YouTube links are in existence. Like.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit retarded.
I can
I
share
do
that
be
shit
a
on
little bit
Twitter.
retarded, bro. My bad.
Yeah, I don't know if whoever's gonna listen to this.
Yeah.
You got through it. Hey, you're a goat. Clap it up for you, bro.
Oh god, bro. If you got through it,
Yeah.
let me kiss you, bro.
Mwah. But
Yeah, I'm not gonna kiss you actually, but you get the message.
this has been the Primate Podcast? Question mark.
I don't know, man. It sounds so wrong calling it a Primate Podcast. It might change.
Yeah, we might change
Yeah.
It's not.
Provisional title
Yeah, it's,
or podcast name.
yeah, most definitely. It's been Majin, Musashi, and Song, and we'll catch you guys later, maybe? Question mark.
Something like that.
Yo, bro.
Take care, y'all.